My mom she had a hard life. We never had any running water in our home. Didn't have electricity till, she was 50 years old or so. And I can remember then we had big harvest gangs on that farm, and she grew a big garden to feed them all. We did all our own. We had our own pigs and chickens, and she did all of that. And we didn't have any refrigeration, so she canned everything. And I remember all that. But at the same time, she had a lot of integrity was an important word to her, and she had a very low tolerance for us not being honest and us not doing what we said we'd do, and those were important things to her. She wasn't physically very, most mom ever weighed 100 pounds, but she was mentally and physically strong too, but mentally strong. And I think those qualities were important to her, and I think she didn't hit us over the head with it, but it was there. We knew it. Dad was different. Dad was, he had integrity too, but he was a farmer, and he worked that farm all his life with horses. We never had a tractor. He plowed, 1 acre, one for a walking plow. He'd plow an acre a day, as I recall, was day after day doing that. Milked all those cows, but his was a different kind. His was a quiet by example rather than any other way of integrity. He just did what he had to do. I've often thought back on that and thought, he was born on that farm and I think he came out to Saskatchewan in one harvest time. Other than that, he spent his whole life until he was in his 60s on that farm. Tough life. Mm-hmm. And yet, as I said earlier, I don't look back on it from my perspective as a tough life. And I wonder if he does either, because he raised a family there. We had a pretty good, solid family relationship. We had some fun. Sundays we'd make those maple syrup parties and small things. You'd say, what in the world would amuse you that way? But it did.